Okay, this is a quick look at Dealer Inspire. Now, to start with, if you're a customer of Dealer Inspire, it would be against the law for them to build you a better website than Cars.com. Cars.com owns Dealer Inspire. So the Cars.com stockholders have to be put first. So the people who own stock in this company, their interests are put above any customers that belong to Dealer Inspire. So that means that if you're a Dealer Inspire customer, not only is Dealer Inspire going to share your information with the manufacturer, so you've got Dealer Inspire that's going to take your information and share with the manufacturers because the manufacturers are paying for half the bill, therefore they've got a right to see it. But in addition to that, they're going to be sharing that information with their parent company, Cars.com, because Cars.com has stockholders, and everything Dealer Inspire does has to be in the interest of the stockholders. So now this is Dealer Inspire's website. This is going to be their best example of their work. To start with, this website is not ADA compliant. This plugin does not make this website ADA compliant, because to start with, if I've got a disability and I come to this website, before I can interact with the website, I have to find this little plugin right here and click on it. And then I got to what is a show shortcuts, page structure, focus. I mean, I don't even understand. I mean, what is going on over here? I've got focus. So if I click on focus, I mean, I don't know, but that's going to make it ADA compliant. But the only problem is that for it to be ADA compliant, that means it works for somebody who has a disability the same as it works for somebody who doesn't have a disability. And the fact that you have to click on this to make it start working means that it's not ADA compliant right off the bat. In addition to that, this website, to be ADA compliant, it cannot have errors. This has to be the best Dealer Inspire does, because they're going to be more likely to do a good job on their website than the customer's website. This is you shouldn't use videos in the header. Videos take away from your call to actions. That over and over, every test that's ever been done has been proven that videos in the header distract from your call to action and hurt your conversion. So videos in the header is a bad idea. They should know this. This is the web design company. It's not ADA compliant. To be ADA compliant, it can't have errors. In addition to this right here, the text is hard to read. If you have a disability, you can't read that text. This is not an ADA compliant website. By no shape of the imagination does this thing come close to being ADA compliant. If we look at their code right here, we come right here. It's made in WordPress. WordPress is the most hacked platform on the planet. Anybody who's serious about their website, about their business, should not use WordPress. I bet it uses Bootstrap. I wouldn't be one bit surprised. Yep, there's Bootstrap right here. So in addition to WordPress for your back end, they use Bootstrap, a made for the masses front end platform that's slow, bloated, and requires a total redesign year after year on their front end. So it's like all the best practices, everything you shouldn't do, all pulled into one place right here. I'm trying to type around the microphone, so it's a little difficult to type. But yeah, Bootstrap I'm not seeing, but I wouldn't doubt if Bootstrap was in here too. But if we look at the load times, now this is probably the best. This gets a 9 for performance, so 69 for accessibility. So it's not ADA compliant because it's got accessibility problems. Best practices have not been followed, and the SEO is not correct. So it takes 4.4 seconds for the first content pane. The number one most important thing when it comes to SEO is that the first content pane is under 1 second. 4.4 seconds. It needs to be fully loaded in 2.5 seconds. This one can't even get the first piece of content in the amount of time it should be fully loaded. If a website takes 3 seconds to fully load it, Google studies showed it would lose 53% of its traffic. This website's losing way over 53% of its traffic because it takes 21 seconds to become fully loaded. 4.4 for the first content pane Google's probably not even spidering this site. They probably can't. We've got 11,480 milliseconds of crap, bad code that's blocking. I mean, it's just one error after it. The W3C can't even validate the website. They just say, hey, listen, this thing's got so many errors that we can't check them all. We don't know what's happening. This code's so bad we can't check it. However, what we did find was you've got 1,122 errors. So that is just absolutely pathetic to start with. And again, they're owned by Cars.com, so they could never, ever, ever build a dealership a better website than Cars.com, because Cars.com has stockholders and they could go to jail if they did it. So any dealership that's using Dealer Inspire, I mean, these people don't even know how to build their own website correctly. They're using this accessibility crap here that if this thing works at its best, at its absolute best, it can correct 20% of the ADA problems at its best. 20% of the problems. The other 75% are still there because this plugin wasn't designed to make anything 100% accessible. It just doesn't do it. So, I mean, when we come through here and we look at this, I mean, it's just and the other thing they do is they put a link back to their website for every website they build. So if they build you a website, at the bottom of the website in the footer, they'll have a link back to their website. Now, this doesn't do anything really. I mean, I guess it probably does pass some link juice to them and everything and helps them, but it really damages their customers. So not only do they build a inadequate platform that is not coded to standards, does not meet any type of coding standards, does not follow the best practices. Not only their own website do they follow the best practices, but they also don't follow the best practices on their customer's website. The search engine optimization is not set up correctly. The website's not set up correct. There's nothing this company does other than use a front-end framework that makes a decent looking little design here for them. So for if you know nothing, they're playing on the ignorance of their customer. Their whole game plan is, hey, our customers aren't smart enough to understand what they're getting. If we come in here and we say, okay, well, you know, these people will say it's impossible. This whole thing's been redesigned. It loads a lot faster. It's a lot better. I just hadn't put the new design online yet. But if we look right here at this website, this is my website. If we come in here and we look at the code, to start with, and again, this website has just been thrown online. It's not optimized correctly. It's not set up correctly yet, but I'm building it out and setting it up. But it gets 100% on performance, 99 on accessibility, and that's because the alt tags aren't set up correctly. Maybe if you look right here, it tells you that the alt tags, and the alt tags is the tag that describes the image, and it's pulling from the title, and that's incorrect, and I knew it was incorrect, but I was just in a hurry to stick it online. But if we look right here, best practices 100%, SEO 100%. And if we also look, it is a website that is image heavy. I mean, it's full of images. It's got images all over the website right here. And it still loads in the required time. And that's the one I'm working on. This is the one that's currently online. But you can see, I mean, it's got images. This one has more images than the other one. This one has 100 images right here on the home page. Or not 100. Yeah, I think it's got 100 images right here on the, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that? 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. It's got like 37 images right here in this one little section. Plus you've got these bigger images here. Then you've got the 4 images and the big image here. And it still loads in 0.9 milliseconds. So it's fully loaded. It's fully loaded. It's got the 1 second. It needs to be, it needs to have the first content pane in under a second. We have that. It needs to be fully loaded in under 2.5 seconds. We've got that. So, and there's no errors. It's just a matter of doing things like they're supposed to be done. And Dealer Inspire does not do that on their own website. And mine is ADA compliant. I don't need, if you code the website correctly, you don't need to use third-party plugins that you have no control over. This is a third-party JavaScript plugin that's stuck on the website. So not only does the extra code slow the website down, But if this website goes offline, if there's a problem, if it's slow to load, anything that happens with this third-party website affects Dealer Inspire. So it is you would rather use a third-party app or plug-in or whatever that thing is they've got over here than to code the site correctly, and you don't even check your code. I mean, that's not pulling 1,122 errors, and your load times. My goodness, you should be ashamed. I would be embarrassed to even put this website online to show somebody. 21 seconds to load. Wow, that's just absolutely insane that you would have a website that takes nearly half a minute to load. I mean, that's just at 2.5 seconds, you're losing 50% of your over half your traffic. And I bet you, if you look, their products are going to be, they probably do search engine optimization too. I mean, the website's so confusing and pathetic. Websites, marketing, they got marketing in here. So if you're selling marketing, maximize your ROI by dominating search, syncing okay, if you're doing marketing, the number one most important time is load times. If you're doing search engine optimization, the number one most important thing is load times. If the website doesn't have the first content painting under a second, is getting a penalty. It's not SEO friendly. The search engines can't even spider the site. So how can you call yourself doing SEO if your first content paint isn't in under a second? And how can you call yourself an SEO company if your website's not fully loaded in 2.5 seconds because you're getting a penalty because of the page load times? I mean, this is absolutely insane that any dealership would use Dealer Inspire to build their website because they can't even build their own website correctly.